Hello and welcome, everyone. And I'm so happy that we have Lise Ritter today as our guest. Lise is a naturotherapist and the owner of A Passion for Life, where she provides alternative therapies like aromatherapy, hot stone massage, Reiki, and reflexology. And Lise is particularly passionate about using food as medicine and teaches women how to regain or maintain health and vitality through nutrition, lifestyle, and mindset. Welcome, Lise.
Thank you, Karin. So glad to be here today. Thanks for inviting me.
I'm so happy that you're here today because I have some questions for you. Well, what are some of the things that you suggest, Lise, that we do, especially during the holidays and even beyond, for our health, well-being, and that we have more vitality?
Well, over the course of the last year and a half, we've all been pretty stressed, right? And one of the things that I've noticed that I've recommended to a lot of people is some very simple, specific breathing techniques that really help to calm down our sympathetic system so we can go into rest and relaxation. So there's some very specific breathing techniques that we can use to do that are simple. And I didn't realize how shallow I was breathing until I started practicing these and realized, wow, like I am way more stressed than I realized I was. And then when we can practice these more regularly, then we just get much better at it. So I'll tell you like 3 quick, easy ones, and you can practice them.
Okay.
There's one it's called 4-6-8, but basically we're breathing in for a count of 4, holding for a count of 6, and then slowly breathing out for a count of 8. Now we all have different lung capacity, and so that might not be easy for everyone. But if you can hold for the count of 8 and then, breathe in for the count of 4 and then release for as long as you can, the key is to breathe out longer than what you're breathing in. That's what's going to bring your central nervous system down and calm. It's the breathing out. And it doesn't matter if you're breathing out through your nose or through your mouth. It's just breathing in through your nose and breathing out either through your mouth or your nose, doesn't matter, but really stretching out that breathing out. And for me, that was really hard. I could breathe in well, but breathing out was like, wow, I can't even do that for the count of 4. So it took some practice. And that really showed me how I was breathing very shallow. And on that note, I think a lot of us are breathing up here instead of breathing through our abdomen. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we breathe through our abdomen instead of through our chest, that really brings down calms down our central nervous system as well.
Okay.
There's also a yogic breathing technique that I did recently at a yoga class that I'd never done before, and it's called the bumblebee breath. Now that's the common name. There's a yoga name, but I can't remember what it is. And it's it's a lot of fun, and we did it. And what you're doing is you take a deep breath in, and then when you're breathing out, you're making kind of a humming sound that's supposed to sound like a bee. So it would be like a deep breath in, and then for as long as we can, and then we stop and take another deep breath in and do it again. And it's what that's doing is it's vibrating. There's a vagus nerve that connects our brain to our central nervous system to all of our organs, and it calms everything down. So that vibration is calming everything down. So if you can do that, even 3 or 4 times.
Okay, it was really interesting. I did it twice, and just through the humming, there's the vibration, and then I could notice how through my neck and my shoulder, it was just like relaxing, and I felt like, yeah, much better.
yeah, it's quite effective, I find, and you can do it at any time, right? And even before going to bed, my brain won't stop when I go to bed sometimes. So even before going to bed, it's a good time to do it to kind of get your mind settled down before you go to sleep. And then the other place where I would use breathing is before we eat, because we're mindlessly eating a lot. And if we're eating when we're stressed, our body isn't absorbing the nutrients, and it affects our digestive system and our immune system, because 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So again, a slow take in and then breathe out longer than breathing out longer. Do that 2 or 3 times before you start eating. And it calms again your central nervous system so that you can digest properly. And there's a lot of science that shows that if you're stressed and you're trying to eat, you're wasting what would be, it's counterproductive.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be eating when we're really stressed out. And if we need to eat because we're starving, then we should be taking some deep breaths and calming our.
And I really like that one too. And I can see myself, because sometimes when I'm really busy, then I eat quickly, but just through those breaths, I felt like all my energy was moving inwards. And I was centered and I was here. I wasn't doing something there and thinking here and, oh, I should be there. It was like right here. And then I think when we're in this state, when we eat, then we also notice that we are full, right? And we just keep on going.
Exactly. And, and then we're present, enjoying the meal that we're eating instead of just mindlessly shoveling it down and not really paying attention to all the flavors and textures and that kind of thing. So it does bring us to the present moment so that we can appreciate what we're eating. So that helps as well.
Wow, thank you, Lise. Those are really great tips. I love them because they are so simple, and I'll put myself like some reminders up so I'll get into the habit of doing that. But thank you for sharing those with us, and I hope that they will be helpful for everyone in the group who is watching this video. Thanks again, Lise, for joining us. It's so much appreciated.
You're very welcome. My pleasure. Thank you.